Dave, gotta ask the question. So apologies for ahead of time, but Bill Belichick going to UNC.
That's the first question. I'm going to get to that.
What are
shocker?
I know, right? Any thoughts just on what that means for ACC football here in the Triangle, anything like that?
Well, welcome to the ACC, and excited, to compete against Coach. Obviously, all coaches in the business have a great amount of respect and know what he's done in the profession. So for me as a competitor, I'm excited to compete. And that's about all I have to say about it, because really not thinking a whole lot about that program, thinking about my own.
You guys had some turnover at the slot. Is this going to maybe open up some spots for the outside receivers to bump in a little bit?
Yeah, no, we'll have to move some guys around, and and give guys opportunities. And at the end of the day, you want to get your best guys the most reps, and so that's what we'll do. We'll shift things, move guys around, and it'll be opportunity for the outside room and also for some of the younger slots. Now that you don't worry about redshirt count when you get into postseason, so some of those guys that played in 4 games can play in the bowl game. And so a lot of guys are getting reps right now.
Speaking of guys getting opportunities, what have you seen from Jonathan Paylor in his opportunity with the Ones so far?
Yesterday he had 2 really good catches. It was good to see him. As you know, he was a running back and a receiver, jet sweep guy in high school, and so you could see that he got better catching the ball, being on the scout team, playing against our DBs every day. But he made 2 really nice contact, turn your body type catches with his hands yesterday, so that was great to see. We all know how fast he is, but learning how to play that position, and it's not always fast. Sometimes it's about the nuances of route running and how to get open and read coverage. So you've seen improvement in him.
Isaiah Moore, his chance to coach linebackers.
Yeah.
What is that like for you to go see him step?
Yeah, it's fun to watch. For me, I'm excited for the players to have him in there. Obviously, a guy that cares deeply about this program and put his heart and soul into it as a player. And now he gets to pour that into those guys and lead them on the field. I know he's excited, and he'll do a great job with them.
What about him kind of made him the right choice to step into that spot?
Well, this is what he wants to do for a living. He's football's told him he's not playing anymore, and he's told football that I'm going to coach guys that can. He's passionate about it. He loves the sport. He loves the program. So, it was a natural. And I knew, when he was a player, when it was time, that this is where we'd want him, somewhere in our program helping us win.
What have you seen from Freddie over these past few days as he stepped into that role, just in terms of preparation, how the team has rallied around him?
Yeah, so putting the game plan together will be later in the week. It's just been good on good work and fundamental work so far, and takes pride in what he does. And yesterday our first practice was a little bit rusty over there, and so it was good to see the guys come back and have a better day. They definitely responded, and I know how much NC State means to him, just like Isaiah, and that's one of the reasons I love hiring alumni. It's different when it's your team, your school. The pride factor is important, and so there's value in that. And I'm excited to see, just over the next 3 weeks, because there's a lot to that job. It's not just 2 practices, so excited to see him put it all together.
You've had a high defensive standard, and as you said, the job is very popular right now. Are there certain things that you're looking for, like having someone that does a 3-3-5, or are you pretty much just open to whatever is the best?
I want to do what's best for our football program, and we've recruited to this scheme. So, being 3-3-5 or 3-4, want to stay multiple, present a lot of different fronts, coverages, pressures. I'm not a big bend but don't break guy, and so being able to do those things, but also we've had success, and so it's not a makeover. But there is going to be an evolution of sorts, where we, whether it's Freddie or somebody else, take this thing to another place, and that's our goal. Anytime you have an end of a year, whether it's a retention coach coming back or a new coach coming in, you want to be better than you were. And that'll be the goal, whether it was a new hire or not, to improve the scheme, improve the guys, and develop the players.
I think over the years you've been kind of fluid in the sense of, I remember you telling the story, you watched Eli Drinkwitz play or coach for Boise State against Northern Illinois. You didn't really know him, I don't think. But then you've also hired coaches that you've coached against, and then coaches obviously
Yeah.
Is it always interesting how it organically happens?
Yeah, it's a process. having new ideas in the program is great, you know, and so I'm not necessarily, I got to hire a guy I know to trust him. I don't believe that, but I am a good, I think, judge of character, and I know what our program's about. I know the type of guy I want in the room with the players. And so it's conversation when you don't know them. It's calling people that have worked with them that you trust and do know. Obviously, watching their teams play matters. You can see the style of play, whether it fits not just what style of play we want to have, but you know, maybe we want to grow to. In Eli's case, you know, that was a time where I really wanted to be able to throw the football more, you know, and he was able to do that and have a run game, you know, and so, and he was creative, and that's the thing I love about Robert is his creativity, you know, and so you're always looking not only for the fit schematically, but the fit personality-wise, and it's a process, you know, and that's why I don't need to rush it in this situation. We've got great guys here working with the players, and we'll see where it goes.
You hear, whether it be you or coaches in general, talk about like how important these bowl game practices can be. Are there any kind of specifics you try to look for in this time frame in terms of, you know, you mentioned good on good, anything else like that?
Well, it starts with fundamentals, you know, and so we had however many days off after the UNC game, and you go out there and there's rust, and you want to get the guys back into the timing of running plays, of, you know, footwork, route depth, all the things, the timing of throws for the quarterback. And then you want to see him compete, and sometimes you'll see a guy make a play that is just a confidence booster, you know, and I've seen that with Noah Rogers. You know, the catch he had at Carolina has built him up, and he's had back-to-back days. We had a game-winning catch today on a 2-minute drill that we did. And so you see that, or these confidence plays happen in a practice, and I always think about that, you know, like what if we wouldn't have done that drill today, and that play wouldn't have happened? How could that have changed the climb, you know, that you want to see in a guy? And that's what development is. It's not just weight room and running and practice. It's the plays that they make and the lessons that they can take from those plays and the confidence that's gained, because this is a confidence game. It is. And there's certain positions in particular that are huge confidence positions. And Jackson Vick made a great play today. And he played a lot in the last game. And so you're seeing that young man, you know, gain confidence and become who we want him to be, and that's awesome. I mean, that's why you go out there and compete.
Is that good for Coach?